G'day YouTube, Turbo Tristan here, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to finally fit my Haltech ECU underneath the dash somewhere. I'm going to take out the glove compartment or the glove box and I'm going to try and find some places to mount it. You're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver to remove the glove box. It's pretty easy, so I'll set up the camera and just take that out and we'll see what space we have to work with. As you can see, I've removed the heater box out of mine, which is part of the air conditioning. I don't remember putting those back in so tight last time I had this out. Anyway, muscles. Alright, so there's the glove box out. These little pieces here are a bit tricky. Sometimes you can just bend the glove box in and then it will come out. You can see there where my Haltech goes. I need to make up some kind of a duct from the fan here back into the dash so I can still use my demister and everything. But I'll get around to that soon. Kind of want to take out this airbag. Sorry for the wind noise, but it's pretty windy here today in Melbourne. So this is the glove box. It's all taken out. There's just 2 screws to undo on each side and then pop these pieces out. You just can flex. I did want to mount it, the Haltech ECU, on the back here, but it kind of sits out a bit proud. It's not a flat surface. So yeah, I don't really know where it's going to go. The other place I was thinking was I can just Velcro it into here so it doesn't vibrate around, and then I'll just cut a hole in the back here with my trusty grinder. I need to get a new disc and feed the wires through here and just plug it in there. That way if I do need to take this out, I can just unvelcro it and just pull the wires through there. I don't really care about chopping this up. These things are a dime a dozen at the wreckers, so I'm just going to hack into it, Velcro up this bad boy, cut out a hole at least as big as those plugs so I can feed everything through, and it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Alright, so I've gone ahead and mounted the Velcro on there. I've cut a hole in the back and I've tried to stick some furry stuff around there so it doesn't wear through the wires, but also a bit of fur around the hole helps everyone find it, so you know that should be good. Velcro on the back of the Haltech, that's just going to slot right there, shouldn't move around. So I'm going to install that now and see how it looks. Under the dash there's the jumper harness up there. I've cable tied that up out of the road as best as I can. I mounted the wideband O2 just on some Velcro against that rubber stuff there on the firewall, so that should be good to go. Keep it out of the road. Just going to feed all of these up the back through here. Hopefully that's given me enough room. Once that's closed, should be good. Time to grab the Haltech. Alright, here goes. Sorry about the shaky camera. Balancing it on my knee. 1, 2, and the vacuum line. Alright, and just mount that down on the Velcro. Alright, so job's sort of done. Kind of didn't leave myself much room with the wires, and I'll probably need to tuck that somewhere. Might zip it up around. Might zip it up around there with a cable tie. I wasn't happy with this vacuum line twisting around, so I'm gonna just run that underneath and plug it in this way. There we go, much better. It's not gonna get twisted up then, and then back onto its mounting pad. Now this relay, I need to mount that somehow, otherwise it's gonna rattle. For now, that can just go there like that. It's out of the road. One job done. No Haltech in the floor. Along with the theme of tidying things up, I'm going to heat wrap the downpipe. I'm not worried about doing the whole thing all the way right under the car. I'm just going to do where it is here in the engine bay, where it's near all of the sensors and near the turbo. And we'll go back as far as we can. I just bought a short roll, it's 10 feet, see how far that gets me, of heat wrap, and these little locking ties, the steel ones. Now some guys like Turbo Yoda reckon you don't need these, but better safe than sorry, I think, so I'm going to stick them on. So I'm just going to get to work removing that. There's a 10 mil there, which is the nut on the V-band, and the 13 mil at the back, and I'll pull the front pipe off. Okay, so the dump pipe's off. Wasn't too hard. And here it is over here. Bodgy exhaust shop, half painted it, half didn't. Slaggy welds everywhere, but that's what you get. So there's the V-band flange. That's where my O2 bung goes, my wideband sensor. Bracket under there for where it mounts to the back of the engine, and then here it is to the cat. I'm just using your stock standard heat exhaust wrap from Super Cheap. It's about $35 for 10 feet. There it is there in the bucket of water. Because this is fiberglass and it also has a bit of like a glue type of thing, if you wet it, wrap it on nice and tightly, it will actually mold and dry pretty hard onto the shape of the pipe, so it won't fray and things like that, so they tell me. I got some of these locking ties also from Super Cheap. They just look like big metal cable ties. I'm not sure how it's supposed to stop it from sliding back out, but we'll figure that part out when we get to it. So that's been in there for about a minute or two, soaked up plenty of water. I'm going to give it a squeeze and then start wrapping. so that's done. I don't know how long it's going to stay on there. I don't know how long these hose clamp things are going to last. I think I'd probably rather just use traditional hose clamps for this. You can tighten them up over time. Don't know how you're supposed to go around there, but we're going to get the heat out of the engine bay. It didn't go very far, 10 feet didn't go very far at all. And it's only really overlapped maybe not even a centimetre. Yeah, we didn't go very far, but all I really wanted to do was make sure that it's heat wrapped around close to the turbo and close to where the O2 sensor is. So did the job, that's all we needed it for. That'll help keep the underbonnet temperatures down. So I'll whack it back in. All right, so there's the finished product. All heat wrapped. Hopefully that stops a bit of heat around all the pipes and wires. The intercooler pipes off the turbo. Underneath the car doesn't matter because it's getting air running under it all the time anyway, but just in the engine bay, that's what I wanted to do. So although it doesn't look pretty and it didn't go very far, I think that's a success. Better than nothing. Now ready to fire it up and wait for all the steam to pour out everywhere and make it look like it's on fire. Alright, so I'm just letting that evaporate off. Yes, I'm wearing a beanie, it's freezing here in Melbourne. Thanks to Kmart for the $10 beanie. Does the job. The only thing left to do now is take it for a drive and let you hear the turbo sounds under full boost, and we'll do that as soon as I get a chance. But there it is, steaming away down there. We fixed up the ECU, we put some heat wrap on there, we're just buttoning things up now, ready to take it for a full rip. G'day YouTube. So today is the day we're taking the car for a drive. I've got a camera mounted to the back so you can hear it. I've got this one here. There's a couple of little buzzing noises and rattles that I'm not happy with. One of them is due to a grommet that's missing from the firewall. So hopefully that doesn't do my head in too much. There's a few funny noises coming from the car, but we're going to go for a drive onto the freeway. Hopefully it doesn't explode. Lots of vibrations, lots of clunks. I don't know what all these clunks are. Compared to a stock Civic, that pulls really hard. Compared to what I'm used to, that's just like pretty average. But so what you've just seen is a third gear pull, rev the car out, running like a dream. I was trying to be excited, I was trying to show my excitement, but realistically, the car has not seen a dyno yet. I have a feeling it's around about 120, 130 at the most kilowatts at the wheels, which is probably double, if not more than double, what a standard D series makes. So for some of you that might be quite fast. For me, it's not really going to blow my socks off, but the car's running great, it's going well. So the reason the car has not seen a dyno yet is because this COVID-19 stuff, and Quick Bits is renovating. They're adding a second dyno, they're doing an all-wheel drive dyno. So he's actually shut his shop for the moment. So he's closed his shop just for a week or so, which puts us behind, which means all of his other customers are going to have to wait as well. So we can't use the dyno, which is not the end of the world. The car drives great, but what it does do is give us a chance to all put bets in the comments about how much power this thing's going to make. It's on E85, it's 100% stock standard, T28 turbo on 14 psi. So let me know in the comments below what you think this is going to make on the dyno when it finally gets there, if it doesn't blow up beforehand. I didn't want to do anything too stupid, just wanted to give it a full send on and off the on-ramps onto the freeway. So hopefully you enjoyed the sound, hopefully enjoyed seeing the speed and acceleration up to 100 k's per hour. We'll do a bit more as we can. So I'm just going to the post office now to get some parts that have turned up for the engine build. So happy days, we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.